an eye out for the poll.
All right, let's load up into game number 1 of match 1 for the last week of MPL Philippines Season 12 regular season. And again, some very glaring strengths and weaknesses for both sides actually right now, if you think about it for Echo as well.
Very obvious problems for both sides. Like lockdown is, of course, an issue for Mnne Evos. Prolonged team fights, they win. But that is also the case for the 1-1, not so much for the other players on the side of Echo, but they do have that strength in the front line because Mnne Evos does not have burst. So if Mnne decides to front line, it's still hard for Mnne Evos to fight into that.
Yeah, speaking of fighting that, look at this. Very aggressive here for Mnne, just making sure they also have control of the mid.
I'm wondering, like, as I look at this Mnne lineup too, you know, how long they need really to get to the point where they are in that damage department. JP gonna get dragged, should be fine. But yeah, I know they're really banking on this Iksha here, especially.
Yeah. Super annoying to play against Florian in the mid lane.
Yeah, they have a really good, anything outstanding for the emblems here?
I mean, of course, the agility coming up from the Trizla with the Festival of Blood. I'm actually curious as to why he did not go for the Wilderness Blessing. Instead, he went for the Festival of Blood. Probably because he's thinking that he is going to soak up a lot of damage in the late game, but that movement speed is really crucial up against Echo. But we'll see if if it comes down to mobility or tankiness for the Trizla.
I actually agree. You might need some of that move speed coming into chasing Benny Cutie, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Ouch, ouch.
Oh! Carlteasy gonna get poked down quite a bit, dragged back as well, but all this good poking here. That first turtle now coming up. So we'll see if they can actually play around this minor advantage they have. Lord Jam also getting in position here. JP and Sanford trying to hold it down while there's still been pressure in the purple buff as from Lancey. So he's putting the work there. They might just trade this the best they can. Carlteasy going to lock him down with a heavy spin top side of the map. Turtle's still going to be worked on here as well. Turtle secured by Kaizen. First blood, though, going to the hands of Sanji there.
Of course, that's going to be a little gold traded back, but as you can see, Lancey's actually back right away because of the passive. So overall, I would still say a win for Mnne. I just don't know how much gold Benny Cutie got on top side. But right now, that's a very interesting trivia. Number 1 in most games won. He's literally the winningest now.
Yeah, he's a walking accolade at this point.
Yeah.
Like he is a library of achievements.
Woo! Wow, there you go.
That was a good pickup.
Full barrage, right?
Yeah, that went in the hands of Domeng, so good pickup there on the top side. Mnne Evos looking for more ways to get an advantage here. Now, the big question again is, you know, how long does it take for Domeng to get where he needs to be on the Iksha? Well, getting this early kill already helps him quite a bit here.
Like, scaling is now advantageous for Mnne Evos.
Yep.
Because the thing about that gold lane was, it was skill-based. Like, the 1-1 for sure would have, would have a better time compared to Iksha. But now you've just given Domeng AR a kill on the Iksha. Mnne Evos will just continuously scale. And we've seen this before when Mnne Evos, when they've gotten the lead in the early game and they have a scaling lineup, they just play chill. They're willing to trade, objectives, kills, just to make sure that Domeng is able to sit in the gold lane and farm up. Because late game, yes, Echo does have damage and they do have capabilities in terms of team fight, but Mnne Evos, they're just better in terms of scaling.
I don't know if you noticed that dodge there by JP, straight out from the Appraiser's Wrath. Just a little bit of a TikTok play, if you will. And I think at this point, I think we are seeing Mnne slowly get that goal, but you had to remember, 4D, Mr. 4D right here, he's not getting hunted down, like we said in the Keys to Victory. Relatively having a pretty chill time there in the XP lane.
Yeah, great job there too. Once again, Domeng farming up really well. That's kind of what they have to do. Any team that drafts pretty much an Iksha into their lineup, you really got to take care of it because that is going to be a main damage dealer for this game. Now the fight for the second turtle here. Already using the penalty zone. The flicker going to come through. Sanford on the run. A couple hits away. Still alive though. Able to survive. Turtle still for the taking here. Carlteasy trying to get in position. They're trying to hold him back. Appraiser's Wrath comes down. He's the GOAT for a reason.
What a chat. I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised there. I mean, Mnne went full out. They went all in on that one.
I mean, they kind of misplayed it a little bit, especially with Kaizen. Oh, Benny.
Oh!
Tried so hard.
Domeng.
Little bit misplaced from both sides. I mean, Kaizen could have used ult on a turtle with the Retribution. Benny shouldn't have dived that top lane, but again, this all benefits Mnne because, again, the win condition of this game is that gold lane. Doming AR with the 2 kills against the 1-1. Scaling is going to become a problem here for Echo.
Yeah, and so far so good here, at least for Echo. They're getting most of the neutral objectives and most of the jungle. But in the lanes, I think Mnne are actually in the lead here, right?
Yeah, and for me, Mnne is doing what they have to do, right? This is something that we talked about. If they do the 1-for-1 trades, at least for the Turtles for now, if they can get the last one, that'd be great for them. Again, Domeng having this kind of lead is great, right? He's on his way to getting back to Doming Nation. That's where he's probably going to end up on this Ixia for this game. As long as he can stay alive. Look at that.
I mean, just looking at the straightforward approach of what their lineup wants to do, right? Oh, hold that thought.
Oh, Carltese going to use the heavy spin. Going to find Kazin, lock him down a little bit. JP already forcing out that Nether Realm as well. Still going to have to fight this one out. Lancey can't.
Oh, the heal!
He does with the heal, though, from Spider Miles. Lives to fight another day.
I brought that up, man. I brought that up. You got Netherrealm as well as Florian heals for days.
Yeah.
How? How are you going to get kills here?
Can't even reduce that heal.
Oh,
And again, Doming secures a kill on top lane. The 3-1-0 already has a DHS. And again, Mnne EVOS, they're winning all the lanes, even though Echo is leading by 500 gold, 400 gold. It does not matter because we've seen Doming AR pull off with an amazing performance in the Ixia. And looking at the straightforward approach of what their lineups are meant to do, Mnne EVOS, they will have an easier time when it comes to actual team fights.
For Mnne, it doesn't matter if you don't have the massive gold lead, as long as the gold is in the right targets.
Yep, Sanford.
Well, see if they can fight this one and secure it. Carltese not going to be able to get it this time. Third turtle secured here by Mnne. They're going to go for it. Pull him back with a stampede. Carltese could be in trouble. Going to get knocked up as well. Whittled down the best they can. Appraiser's Wrath comes through. Carltese falls.
You really just don't want to fight prolonged team fights with Mnne right now. You are going to lose out on value each and every time just because of the Florian.
Yeah, the damage over time is insane from Mnne EVOS because of the survivability and, of course, the damage coming out from the frontliners. Because the thing about Fredrin and the Terizla is that they're not just meat shields, you know? They also deal huge amounts of damage, especially if you try to take out some HPs on the side of the Fredrin. He's going to be able to have insane amount of damage with the access of the ult.
I think most of the time it's going to be very apparent. I mean, later on in this game, it's going to be more apparent that you're right. The Fredrin and the Terizla, you blink and they're going to take you down.
Yep.
They're the stickiest. And then add on the fact that there is healing coming in.
Yes.
Makes it very difficult.
Oh, JP wanted this kill. There's the way of the dragon. Lancey will fall. That was everything thrown at him. He's back up, though.
Can't even push.
Yeah. Can't push it.
Can't push, man.
Insane, too. Lancey's top of the damage meter. You know, I mean, for everybody.
Yeah, it's the bounce, you know. It's a bounce effect.
Oh, here we go.
JP now going to be in trouble here. Caught out. Kazin with the return. Fighting for Lancey there. They actually get another kill. Going to be working on it still on the top side here, too. Benny Cutie's got to be careful here.
Yeah.
3 members.
And this is crazy because we usually see, like, Benny Cutie, especially with the one. Oh, hold the thought.
I think he's going to push
again,
for it.
He's going to go for it.
He's going to go for it. There. Gets the crossbow of Tang off.
Full barrage.
Full barrage going to go. Finds Benny Cutie and he will fall. Now Carltese on the run. Sanford joining the fight. The 1-2 punch comes through. Domeng.
Oh, the Nether Realm.
It's too much utility for Echo to deal with for now.
Can't take me down.
King Doming at this point. Protect the king for Mnne EVOS. And I was just about to explain earlier on, like, it's awkward for you to play 1-1 in this game. You can't even frontline because, yeah, you do get the procs, you get the stacks, you're able to pop off that Inspire. But the question is the damage really enough? Is the range really enough? Because you have those flickers on the targets that you want to take down for the 1-1. Like Doming has his own flicker, and you also have the heal and the saves coming out from the Nether Realm. So for Echo, the question always is this enough?
It's like they always have, it's like an onion. You have to peel and you have to peel and you have to peel until you get there.
It's like, it's not even an onion, it's like a croissant. It's just a ton of layers, man.
It's just too many layers. Oh, JP on the hunt with the way of the dragon. They're going to get him out already. That was the Purify going to be used. Barrage going to come down, forcing Carltese back. He will fall, though, and Lord secured by Kazin. Now JP on the run here. Can he get out of dodge? Benny QD working on that orange buff. Should be fine. Mnne coming out strong there for that first Lord.
Yeah.
This is a Mnne that's fighting for their playoff spot right here, right now.
Come on, man. Won't you agree when I say this looks like how you Blacklist used to play? Like they just group up, protect each other. Lord JMAR actually switched up in terms of playstyle. He always goes in front. He always tries to catch Carl Teasy. And this is how you how you destroy the Lord Dance of Echo. Just go on Carl Teasy. Force the heavy spin out of the Akai. And when he does so, they fully commit. They don't let Carl Teasy come near the Lord.
Yeah.
Basically making him unkillable as well. This lineup right now. I think with the lack of Benny Cutie, with Benny Cutie always on top, they're having a hard time finding their damage as well for Echo.
I mean, right now, biggest thing is Benny Cutie's been pretty much shut down for the most part, right? Still going to be working, though. Lord JM going to take the crossbow tang. There's the heal. And that Nether Realm that we're talking about time and time again. Now the assault on the top lane. JP, penalty zone he goes, tries to flicker out. Should be able to survive despite that revenge strike, but they're still going to go for the tier 2.
Nether Realm was a little unnecessary coming up from Lancey, but you get the idea again. Mnne Evos has insane saves. Benny Cutie can't even take down the Terizla. How are you going to protect Carl Teasy from the Lords?
Yeah, so right now we're seeing a very uphill climb here for Echo so far, which I hate to say it, is very characteristic of a lot of their first games now in recent memory.
Yeah. They have a higher lose rate in game 1s than game 2s, right?
Yep.
For Echo. But now looking at the items, Malefic Roar is going to come out from the 1-1, but again, the issue is that range factor coming out from Doming AR with the front lines that he has, the Fredrin and the Terizla. And also the slows coming out from the Corrosion side of Doming. So it's really hard for Echo to close the gap, get that backline, and even if you do get that backline, like if you have the perfect initiation with a team fight, there's a Nether Realm. So Echo, they really need to be creative with the approach of how they want to start the fights. It should come out from Sanford and in JP. The backline access, they need to assassinate those targets, and that will come to a point wherein the only problem that you have is will the damage be enough, especially against this Florin.
Right.
But at least find the creative angle first.
With a lineup like this and a Florin behind them, you have to look for the damage you need, plus add a little bit more. Because that's what you actually need to get these kills in your belt.
Yeah, and the issue is Echo can't even take down the Florin, because how?
He's too far away.
He does not show himself during fights. You can use Flicker Kick onto Spider-Miles because he has Purify.
Yeah.
So this has been the issue for Echo for so long. Now the kick.
JP going to go ahead and go for Lord JM instead. That's the heal already going through.
Not enough damage.
Look at his HP.
Wrong target. Oh, Sanford.
Even with the crossbow of Tang, still going to be healthy. Now that was a lot used, right? Both teams here expending some resources. They're going to fight for it. Inspire was also used by Benny Cutie.
Oh, nice try.
Now this Lord is up here.
That got burned. I mean, even if you use Inspire, like the presence of just these meaty frontliners on the side of Mnne Evil, especially with the heals coming out from Spider-Mans, they didn't even use the Nether Realm.
Yeah, that was just healing. And you saw the HP of Lord J was like going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's so funny to watch that.
Oh, Lancey.
Oh,
Lancey.
still going to be going for it. Sanford trying to put some pressure there all around this purple buff. Lord was being held and juggled around by Carl Teasy, and it's still going to be, hasn't reset just yet. So Kazin wants to keep it there as well. They know Lord JM's not going to be here.
Oh,
Sanford
ouch.
also up there as well.
JP.
Still, we're back to it, the Lord Dance.
Mnne looks like they also
JP?
did their job.
JP can go for the kick here. Lancey flickers
Oh,
out.
no damage.
Still going to be fine. No damage just yet. Lord still worked on. We've got Lord JM running here, battling for the Lord. Carl Teasy going to go in with a heavy spin. Comes down to the retribution. Carl Teasy gets it, but he falls. Mnne looking for something. Benny Cutie, though, now on the top side. Popping that crossbow of Tang and still couldn't get the kill on Lord JM. He's in trouble now. Outside, Benny Cutie. Gonna dodge that penalty zone. K's in there though. Sanji trying to get here in time to help him out. Benny Cutie survives.
I think we haven't seen a 1-1 in such a long time. We forgot how slippery a 1-1 can be.
Yeah, penalty zone didn't hit from Lord JMAR, and again, Carl Teasy stealing that Lord from Mnne Evos. Again, little misplays coming out from the players on the side of the Tigers, but Echo, they do find that creative angle that we were looking for, like the force on JP, even though the damage wasn't really enough. Mnne they lost the resources to contest that Lord.
Yep.
Right, using up everything basically and trying to run out Mnne Evos. I love how Echo is being very creative here.
Yeah.
Like they are not facing Mnne head on.
Yep.
They're doing it in so many different ways that Mnana's having a hard time keeping up. What's Echo gonna do next? What's Echo gonna do next? That's what keeps running through their mind right now.
I think that's exactly why JP picked this Cho pick, right? Because we've seen him be very creative in terms of using the Way of the Dragon. Sometimes it's just to get one of those ultimates out, either the Netherrealm or the heal. Lord JM gonna jump in though. Penalty zone. Not going to be able to follow up just yet. Sanford now taking a run of damage, has to back out. They'll lose both inhibitor turrets, top and mid, holding on to the bottom one for now. Mnne Evos now finding their backs against the wall here.
It suddenly looks like a very different game from what we saw 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, whenever Echo is playing like aggressive like this and they hold the jungle of Mnne Evos, it becomes awkward and it becomes hard for Mnne Evos to actually reclaim those grounds because of the presence of the 1-1.
I think they still want to go here. They want to battle it out. They're going to drag them out. Carl teasing now with a heavy spin.
Heals.
Getting out of dodge here. Another Netherrealm saving the day. Kazin now. JP will be slammed down with the Appraiser's Wrath. Full barrage can come through.
Look her out!
Cutie with the crossbow of Tang. No one falling from it. Lord JM goes down.
Man, that was that looked a little messy for a moment, but it looked like it was all part of the plan here. If you're Echo, they're selling the lead here, and now Mnne is struggling to go for the defense.
Echo, they are again finding these creative initiations against Mnne Evos. Little slip up with the Netherrealm usage. Doesn't really need it for Mnne Evos. And they have to be precise with the spell casting on their side because these are the tools that you are exhausting versus the trades that you're getting out from the Echo. And whenever you don't have Netherrealm, it just amplifies the strength of his 1-1. And we saw that earlier, even though Lord JML was able to get out, the damage was already done. And Echo, with the damage output that they have, specifically with Sanji, throwing out those Astral Recalls, it does give a lot of playing room for Echo to kind of prolong the fight against Mnne Evos.
Ooh, win probability here. A little closer than they thought, but there you go. That's Mnne who's taking initiative this time around. Lord JM, he's looking for that initiate, but he's not really finding any targets. Don't forget, top side as well.
Okay, there's already being the pressure on the top side. We know that their inhibitor turrets are down, top and mid. Mnne's got to deal with that.
Oh,
They
Benny's in mid lane. Benny's in mid lane.
Benny, we've seen him do this before. He's making his way to the top side. They send Domeng back.
Oh!
Kazin, though, somehow goes in, gets the Lord under Carl Teasy. Now he's trying to get out of dodge here, still working on it. The team's going to help him out. He's going to get locked down with a heavy
Netherrealm!
spin. There's the heal coming through. Netherrealm already going to be used as well. Can they escape this? They're firing back here. Sanford looking for an angle.
Appraiser's
JP Wrath! He'll fall, 2 down for Echo. Mnne finding some hope plus the Lord here.
What an intense last few minutes that was.
Oh my
I
goodness.
was having a hard time keeping up with what was happening.
Kazin, though, with the sidestep and the first skilled retry to steal the Lord under the nose of Carl Easy. JP did not expect that at all. They thought that was for sure a guaranteed Lord with the heavy spin and the kick. But the dodge from Kazin allowed this to happen. Mnne Evos.
Now there's going to be a Lord walking up on the mid, on top side. And of course the rest of Mnne on mid. And now it's looking like it might be a difficult defense here. But of course the rest of Echo members are going to spawn up soon.
They're still going to respect even that poke damage from Sanji here, but great shift of the tide for Mnne. Now they're making their way. They want to get some of these base turrets down as well. They get the top one. JP can flicker in. It kicks the wrong way, though. Heavy spin comes down, finds a lockdown. Netherrealm to help him out. Kazin could be in trouble.
Goodness, the heal!
But the heal is too much. He finally falls. It's JP and Kazin down. But they're still going for it. Middle turret as well. 2 down for Echo. 1 for Mnne. And now the bases are mirrored. 1 turret up for each base of the teams.
Oh my. No marksman anymore for Echo for the next 30. And there's 2 waves pushing in for Mnne Evos. They don't have the full barrage. They don't have their jungler. They don't have Netherrealm. However, they have the Florian heal.
Yeah, this is going to be a long 20 seconds here. Can they hold this, though?
They're going to have to go for it here, trying to hold on Echo, holding on to the base the best they can. Sanford goes in with a 1-2 punch. Carl TZ falls.
Barrage.
Full barrage going to bring Sanji to half health. He fires off. Sanford, immortality going to be popped here. He'll fall as well. Next minion wave making its way. JP and Benny Cutie will be up here.
Oh.
They're so low, taking the damage. JP jumps in. They keep him at bay. Mnne Evo's down 1, and they have to retreat. Echo stays in it.
JP comes to save the day.
Oh, they forced it, Mnne Evos. They were impatient. Doming, he bought the winner truncheon. He was trying to dodge the knockup from the Cho, but it wasn't really on time. And Mnne Evos, they lost their marksman. They can go for the push. And Echo, they now are in a position where they can steal this game away from Mnne Evos. Lord is spawning in 5 seconds. You don't have the marksman for Mnne Evos.
And whoever's operating that win probability thingamajiggy is having a hard time right now. All right, who's actually on top here?
They're turning.
It's not apparent.
Well, right now, it's been a back and forth. Yeah, pretty much for the last 10 minutes or so. Now that we have this next Lord up as well, it'd be great if Mnne Evos can secure this one. We've seen Kaizen do it under the nose of Carl Teasy before. Can he pull it off again?
Yeah, 21 minutes, and this could be very well the last Lord of the game. We've seen Kaizen do some pretty amazing stuff on his own. What more with the rest of Mnne right behind him right now. But again, you're fighting against Echo. Look at the bottom of the map.
Split again happening for both 1-1 and the Paquito. And they don't see this Mnne Evos.
Forcing some backs here. But it looks like they're not really going to go for the split at all.
They get the turret, though, looks like. So now
they're
Face's
turning!
going to be exposed. JP going to jump in. He's going to be stopped, though. K's in there as well. Lord going to go ahead and reset. The pokes from Sanji. There it is.
Oh, Netherrealm.
Netherrealm already going to be used
early.
here. Very early. They've got the information. Echo might want to fight this. Also, they're still parking Benny Cutie there on the bottom side.
I guess they don't really need Benny Cutie right now on the bottom side of on the fight here on the Lord, because right now Echo's lineup, the big four right now here around the Lord area, looks like they can hold, and Mnne just not really quite made up their mind yet.
Yep, patience. Patience is important here for both sides. Look at the map, look at the information, don't get split by Echo. And that is also true for the Orcas here. Do not really overcommit into anything, because again, Mnne Evos, if they decide to go for the turn, if they decide to go for the fight, they have a better time in initiations because of the range factor coming out from Doming AR.
Alright, so big lull, the silence before
Benny
the
Cutie
storm. Benny Cutie already doing some pretty strong initiations on the bottom side of the map as well. And Carl Teasy still holding on to this Lord.
There's so much pressure being put there on the bottom side, and you know they have to deal with it. I mean, both bases are exposed. So it really just depends who gets the upper hand on putting pressure where they want to. And right now, that's Echo putting in the bottom side. Lord Jam kind of holding it down there.
Still have HP.
Yeah, we know how crucial as well his penalty zone's going to be. Oh, JP could be in trouble here. He's going to be really low. Team trying to help him out. JP will survive here. Look at Sanford's positioning, though. He's on the hunt. He's going to jump in. Can he turn this around here for the fight? They're going to break it out. JP might jump back in. Sanford takes a couple hits. He's quite low. He will fall.
Full barrage.
Full barrage going to come down.
Beautiful angle.
Echo in a bad position here. JP falls as well. 2 down for Echo. Mnne Evos, Kaizen. He's got to be checked as well. He has to go back. Can't commit to the Lord.
This Florian proving to be such a nuisance right now to Echo. So many good plays that could have actually worked out if not for the Florian.
The taunt from Kaizen, man. It stopped Echo from dealing any further damage to Doming AR. And again, it's always a question of do you have enough damage? But when you have saves like this, the energy eruption coming out from the Fredrin, the Netherrealm, the heals from the Florin, it's hard for Echo to focus fire onto the Iksha of Mnne Evos.
617 on the kill score? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Man, what
They,
a bloody game.
It's been a bloodbath of a game. They should be able to get this Lord. Carl Teasy might try to pull the impossible here if he can.
4v1.
Where's
Expect
the turn?
him to jump in. Actually, he's just going to be whittled down quite a bit. Goes in with a heavy spin. Going to come down to the Retribution battle. And it's Kaizen that gets the Lord for Mnne, and Carl Teasy will fall as well. A big play here for Mnne.
Did he cancel the heavy spin?
I think he did at the very last, or he did get stunned or something. I actually was a little bit confused. I actually saw Sanji trying to coordinate the Retribution.
Nice. Yeah,
that was a nice try, but didn't work out in the end.
The timing as well from the energy eruption coming out from Kaizen. Again, that taunt really is annoying. Even if you're in a high, if you get taunted, you can't use Retribution.
Yeah, that's huge. That's the reason why Frederin's just so high up on the jungle boards right now.
Yeah, JP trying to delay the Lord take.
Yeah.
But without Carl DZ, Mnne Evos, they're forcing the issue here inside the base of Echo.
Again, another really long 25 seconds here for the Orcas right now. They're looking to defend.
Mind you, they have a Netherrealm.
Yeah, they held it together the best they can. Lord now in the base here. Mnne Evos could close it out. Barrage gonna come down. Benny Cutie
he got
gonna get stunned. Wind of Nature, but the penalty zone is too much. Benny Cutie will fall. Mnne Evos will take game number 1 as they inch closer to claiming that playoff spot.